we can do our little silly goose of the week, and it's got to be. There's nobody else it can be other than Notre Dame, who thinks they're more important than they really are. I love all the memes that are going out like quit like a champion today, or play like a quitter.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 2.5 Takes. I'm going to be coughing a lot. I will just say it right now. I thought I could hopefully hold it through. I'm not going to be able to. This is a weird episode. I'm dying in Dallas. It's fine. But I am joined by a great friend. It's Stephen and I tonight. No Paul. It's
Hey,
fine. He's enjoying California and Disney. So we're going to talk about everything. A hint of OU football. We'll get a deep dive Sunday. The Thunder just, unless you're
just
Portland and you
dominating.
want to beat us by 2 one time, you can't beat us. And then Everton has had a great week, right?
There we go.
Yeah. So it's been fun. We're gonna have a good podcast. Like I said, I'm joined by Steven. We're gonna just immediately dive into it. Guys, OU made the playoffs. It's not Notre Dame. We're hosting.
Like, what a surprise! We're playing Alabama. Like, what?
And it's
I feel
crazy.
like
Go on.
I feel like we were sitting up. We were set up. We were set up for multiple weeks that it was going to be Notre Dame. Everybody's preparing. I think even OU was ready for it. And then all of a sudden last week Alabama jumped Notre Dame, and then it was, oh well, okay, now since Notre Dame and Miami are next to each other or something like that, now we're going to compare, and Miami's going to jump Notre Dame for head to head.
Did you hear the argument? So the argument that the commissioner, who is I believe the Baylor AD, stated
I
that.
think he's so the Baylor AD resigned from the position like halfway through. It's the Arkansas AD now.
Okay, forgive me.
Weird.
That's
I
fine.
mean, I I'm just gonna say there's no opportunity for corruption at all in this,
No, to me, like it should not be any current ADs. That's my opinion. I- I'll
right?
I'll I'm gonna keep going past that. That's just my statement. I believe, but um, we sat there, and at no point was Notre Dame out of contention at all versus Miami, basically. And then all of a sudden, Alabama gets smoked by Georgia. Like it's not even a
Yeah,
contest in the
yeah.
ACC or SEC game. And then you have Big 12 again. BYU loses to Texas Tech. They've already done that before. So
Yeah.
they're watching that game going, okay, well, this is a repeat of the second time. But now then they come out and say, well, BYU, we looked at them versus Notre or Miami,
Notre
and
Dame
so
or
we believe
Miami.
Miami's in. And then all of a sudden it just changes to, well, because Miami's in and then BYU, then we'll just remove Notre Dame out. Okay, well, Miami beat Notre Dame regardless. So if anything,
Yeah.
Notre Dame should never have been in. So like the whole process seems very odd to me that those two teams didn't play, but made the significant jumps, and then the Alabama.
Yeah. The whole factor that Alabama lost big and didn't move. You know, even you know even even between Ohio State and Indiana, like Indiana beat Ohio State and Georgia didn't jump, to the 2 seed, which I know that doesn't really matter. Like in the grand scheme of things, like 2 and 3 doesn't matter. Like there's not really a huge difference in those two spots, but at the same time, you're kind of thinking, okay, so Georgia just went through the SEC, which
Yep.
is by far a much more difficult conference than the Big the Big Ten, and one beat the team, got avenged their loss from earlier in the season.
Yep.
So they only have one loss, Ohio State now only has one loss. Ohio State lost to the best team they played. Georgia lost to arguably the best team they played. You know, they Georgia beat
it's also
like who
weird.
did Georgia beat? Ole Miss, right? Like Georgia beat Ole Miss. Georgia had better wins. You know, beat Texas, beat these other teams. So it's just kind of weird that Georgia doesn't like the strength of schedule doesn't seem to factor into those top spots until unless it unless the losses happen before the conference championship games. And I understand not punishing people for losing conference championship games by taking them out of the playoff, you know, but
Yes.
at least that should at least shift people around, I would say. Like it doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't move Alabama to 10
I, I
and move
this is
Miami up into that,
this
nine
is
spot or whatever.
even to me like this is probably controversial, and I guess maybe if I thought about it longer, I'd probably lean back the other way. But you should reward your Tulanes, um, your James Madisons, and say you won yours, so they should technically get above your Alabamas. I'm sorry, or your Ohio States. Like you still made the playoff. I get that, and yes, we're still kind of docking them for playing a
For
game,
yeah,
but it's that's the risk. That is the
yeah, the
risk versus
champion.
reward.
Yeah, there's a bonus. You should get a bonus for being the champion of your conference.
Yes,
Like
like
Texas Tech. Like what did say Ohio State do that Texas Tech didn't do? Like Ohio State beat Texas. They beat Texas, Michigan, and lost to Indiana.
yep.
So Texas Tech beat BYU twice. I know the rest of their schedule wasn't much, but why aren't they? Why didn't Georgia move up to two? Texas Tech move up to three? And since none of the other conference champions were really in contention for that fourth spot, then Indiana moves to that, or sorry, Ohio State moves to that fourth spot.
Well, see,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
I'm even in the argument of the higher ranked of the two. So either Tulane or James Madison owns that spot. So in this case, it would be
Nah,
Tulane. I
nah.
I understand the argument. I do. I, I'm not sitting there saying like it would be a good game. Now,
I don't
I
think they should. Either of them should even be in the playoff. But
I am praying that one of those two teams makes a big difference, and all of a sudden they're in like the semis. Now, realistically, I don't see it happening, and so it's one of those like, did we waste two spots?
yes,
Probably. Like,
yeah. You think George, you think, or sorry, James Madison isn't going to get blown out by Oregon?
so would you because I mean just because do you treat it like NCAA where those two teams are like they would play this weekend? So Army Navy this weekend, they would maybe play Sunday or Monday night. They play the winner of that match, then goes on and plays Oregon. So they're the 12th seed, but they have to play to get in.
The thing is, I don't know that. So I almost feel like there should be a situation to where you have to be ranked at a certain point before you make the playoff. You know, so the rule is that they take top the five top highest ranked conference champions.
Yeah.
To me, it should be the top five. We'll take the top five highest ranked champions, but with the caveat that they have to be ranked in the top 15 or 16 or something like that. I don't know, or even 18, the top
I
18.
guess, but are you ever going to rank one of those teams that high though? Like
I mean,
ever?
I think well, yeah, there's been situations in the years past, like Utah several years ago, UCS, Central Florida a few years ago, Boise State when they beat us, like several of those games like that, where they would have they would have definitely been in the top 12.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
you're looking at those situations. Those guys deserve a shot, but a teams like James Madison that you know, hasn't played anybody all year. Like, how do you reconcile those differences in schedules? I mean, even the ACC this year is horrible. So, but you do have a lot of two loss. You had a lot of two loss teams. So, um, it's
Oh,
just kind
if
of
you're
a
Duke, how do you feel? Like, I get it. Like, you probably
hey.
shouldn't
I
have been in
mean,
the game at all. Like, if you're Duke and
you're
you're
living
like,
it
"Hey,
up,
look, we
man.
won our conference."
Yeah, but I don't think they're hurt by not making the playoffs. I think they're perfectly fine with. I think they were perfectly fine with ruining Virginia's season, and
Yep,
just
probably.
just take it. And you're like, Duke? What? Duke won the ACC?
I know.
But
Well, in terms of like just pure excitement, from Duke versus Virginia and and ruining that. How we haven't talked about this. We I know we talked about trying to get tickets and stuff, but how excited are you? A night game. I think we said the first SEC night game.
yeah, well, the first home game, SEC night game this year, yeah,
Yes.
because this year, yeah, we only had 11 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. P.m. games. We didn't have
None
any
of
night
them were
games,
night.
so huh?
That make Oh my gosh, none of them. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah, we played Michigan was a night game, but that was the only and I think like maybe another non-conference game was a night game. But out of the SEC games, none of them, even Old Miss wasn't a night game. You know,
That's ridiculous.
LSU, Missouri wasn't a night game. It was kind of weird. Missouri was an 11 a. Missouri and Old Miss were 11 a.m. kick, which is
It's
just
like
weird.
Big 12 all over again.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But just
Have you
looking
got have
at
you like you've solidified your tickets?
yeah, yeah. So I got asked before they did the selection. They basically said if you wanted to buy tickets for your season tickets, then you could put in for that.
Did you
And
get Paul
then
stuff or Paul one?
yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
I was able to get Paul some because they released them. They released the people that didn't choose to keep their tickets or to take their tickets. They
Oh,
released them to two season
okay.
ticket holders. Yes, they released them two season ticket holders first before they release it to the public. So I didn't get Paul any tickets. He ended up not being able to go, but I got Ross three and I got Boston a couple. So
Ross 3?
so I, yeah. So him, Kara, and Will.
They said Bah Harbor. They just kicked her out completely.
Well, I don't think she cares as much about it.
Hey,
Hey, she just got to go
genius.
to
It's
Vegas.
a wasting that money.
Yeah,
It's still so
she just
funny.
went to Vegas for the rodeo like championships or something like that.
I got a text her. I forgot about that. Karen and I talked about that. I had forgot that they went to that. I didn't text her. Thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah. So just generally looking at
Guys, I'm sorry. My bad.
so
I'm
looking
dying.
at you are dying. So looking at it, okay. So James Madison is 12-1, and Tulane is 11-2, and they both have horrible, like easy, super easy schedules. So at a certain point, you're like, I just don't think they should be in. James Madison, their schedule this year. Who do you think they played zero ranked teams? They lost. They lost to Louisville.
The lost
Louisville.
to Louisville?
Louisville. Yeah, Louisville was the best team they played, and they lost to Louisville 28-14. Their schedule consists of Georgia Southern, Louisiana, Texas State, Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, Weber State, Liberty, Georgia State, Old Dominion, Marshall, Washington State, and Troy, and Louisville.
Okay. I
So
can't defend it.
yeah. So why are they like why should they be in it at all? They shouldn't, obviously.
there's a situation where you're almost as a committee member, you have to put them in because of their win, because of them winning their conference. But logically, and I understand where Coastal Carolina and other teams, Appalachian State, have come in and made a splash. But do we
Yeah.
believe that team? I don't even know what the over under is right now. But do you believe they'll even cover? Uh,
No, no, no.
there's no
They're gonna
way.
get
I,
smoked.
I I mean, I
No,
would I would
I mean,
take.
they may cover because the line's gonna be 22 or something like that, but probably not. They're probably not gonna cover. So
I
looking at Tulane lost Tulane lost 2 games this year. They lost to Florida 33-8. No, sorry, that was last year. That was the Gasparilla Bowl. They lost to Old Miss 45-10. Who are they playing in the first round of the playoffs?
Oh gosh.
They're playing Old Miss. So they lost
Uh,
by 35 points to Old Miss already this year. And they lost to UT San Antonio 48-26. You can't tell me that these teams should be in the playoff, but you know,
the one
I
thing I will
digress.
say is it almost makes you feel like it wasn't a like people like with the NBA. It's a oh there this is set up for ratings. This was not set up for ratings.
Oh,
Like,
definitely not.
besides Oregon and Ole Miss, and I don't even know if their fan base is really going to check in 100%. Who, who's watching those games?
Nobody. That's why they put them on TNT. Both of those games are on TNT, while our game's on ABC and A&M Miami's on ABC also.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah,
I
but
love
yeah,
LSU.
we can
My game though.
yeah we can kind of get in next week. We can kind of get into talking about OU Alabama and everything. But just thinking about like at the end of October, if you would have looked at us and you'd have said, "Hey, you're in the playoffs," like we'd have been like, "You're crazy."
You're in the
But
playoffs and you're hosting a match.
and
That's
you're
the,
hosting a game,
that
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So pretty exciting that we get that chance and that we got that coming around. So Brent Venables has done an amazing job. Um, he is not on the list. He is not a finalist for Coach of the Year, which which is silly.
He's also not a
Um,
finalist for any of these coaching jobs that are around. So
yeah,
there's
yeah,
that.
we'll take that, right? But one thing we can talk about, and we can talk about kind of as our silly goose, since Paul's not here. We can do our little silly goose of the week, and it's got to be. There's nobody else it can be other than Notre Dame, who thinks they're more important than they really are.
I
I
mean,
just love I love all the memes that are going out like quit like a champion today, or play like a quitter.
those are amazing, especially since they
Just
stole
all
it from
kinds of
us.
stuff.
It makes it
Yeah,
even better.
yeah, and it's just quit one for the Gipper. Just all kinds of stuff. Like
That's great.
quit if I don't, if I don't get it, if I don't get my way, quit. That's what they're teaching these kids and stuff. So
I need a Rudy one that's geared towards the quitting one like this. That'd be great.
yeah, yeah, but
It is
yeah,
ridiculous,
that's
and there needs to be. And I understand if there's stipulations, right? Your coaches leave. I had one guy make comment about it. 30% of your team transfers out. There are stipulations where, okay, I'm not playing a bowl game. But in Notre Dame situation, the 2 games you
yeah,
lost are decent teams. You didn't beat them. Everything else was on par with Tulane or James Madison. You beat no one, and you're
like what
upset
was
that
their
you didn't make the playoff? Like, what are you doing?
what was their best win? USC, probably.
That bar is pretty low. Thanks, Lincoln.
I know, I know.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's their best win.
sad.
But yeah, it is. It's pretty funny, and the memes are definitely good, and the basically just join a conference. You join a conference and you win your conference, then you know, then you can get that automatic bid. But
Oh,
you know,
the
you
AD just bashing the ACC.
yeah, but they're not part of the ACC. Like, why would the ACC look out for them? Maybe if you join the
Especially after that, you're not
ACC,
taking
then
them.
yeah. But also the ACC, they need to rework. The ACC needs to rework how they decide who plays in the championship game. I mean, you gotta pick, especially for the ACC. You're a 1 to 2 bid league most years.
Yep.
If Florida State's good, if Clemson's good, then them and Miami, you're going to get 1 or 2 bids. So at a minimum, you got to have the two best teams, the two highest ranked teams, got to play each other because you've already seen that they're not going to penalize you for losing a conference championship game.
Especially for Alabama. BS.
Yeah. So so
Fine.
if you're on the cusp and you get a win in the ACC championship game, you get an automatic bid. So
Yep.
you know, I mean, they gotta improve that, to make that better and everything. But
The
now
NCAA
Georgia,
has a lot to change in terms of transfers, in terms of payments, in terms of college football playoff. Like it
man,
is becoming astonishing. Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah,
realistically.
yeah, there's some wild stuff. I don't know what the future holds, but hopefully they can figure something out at least, um, to where it's not, to where it doesn't just go away. Because
Yep.
there's too many people that love it, and it's kind of frustrating, the way it's been going and everything. But
Yep.
you know, it is what it is. So
Are we kind of collapsing on the NCAA OU college football?
yeah, yeah, we
So
can move on to the next
you made
subject.
a comment about great memes.
Oh,
One of the best memes, and my wife, honey, I love you, Sierra sent it to us.
she doesn't listen. I
Uh,
don't know what you're.
Well, of course, kind of weird. She listens to me now and just like on regular talk, not in the podcast. So she posted on our group message between like 8 or 9 of us. The Thunder starters are planning to have a podcast during the fourth quarter of all their games. It's a troll. It's a fake. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all honesty, Shea has set out 11, 12. Sorry,
12
12,
out of 23 game or 23 games.
24,
Is that what it is?
23.
24.
Because they're 21, 3-1 as of today. They're
Damn.
going to tie the record tomorrow at 24-1 versus the 15, 16 Golden State Warriors. Um,
Just wild.
Listen to Down Dunk while I was getting ready this morning, and Andrew and Michele were talking about just going through every player. Chet, Shea, AJ, J Dub, and everyone else. And the fact that we don't play Shea versus Utah. And I sent y'all the video. A lot of language. But it's just like the Golden State thing. It's inner turmoil when this team beats you. First quarter,
Yeah,
and you already have the coach telling you guys he's fed up.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was so Shea doesn't play, and we win 131 to 101.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy. That's crazy. It's so much, and the rest of the league hates it. They're like, "Oh, this is boring basketball. How do you even enjoy this?" And all the Thunder fans are like, "Oh, we're enjoying it
Oh,
perfectly
I enjoy
fine."
every second. I will every tear. Like I legit. I'm in Dallas right now. I went to a nice steakhouse. This is what I wore tonight. Just basically a middle finger to everyone of like, I don't care. I want you all to cry. I want to eat your tears. I don't care. Like that's legit how I feel. Because again, we are watching history. Not like we're not making this up. Look at the numbers. Everything talks about how historic this team is. So I'm gonna
and
eat up every minute of this season.
and the whole team hasn't played together yet.
What did
Like
you post it? Where
no,
literally
yeah, I don't remember who that was, but it was
0 minutes.
you know
I
zero
think I
minutes
can.
when 0 minutes on the floor when you have Hartenstein, Chet, Dub, Dort, and
Can you see
Shea,
this?
right? Yeah,
Can we?
yeah,
Let me try to.
no,
So 23-1, 0 minutes together.
yeah,
The
yeah.
the league, and not only that, the league has to be just like, A, you don't call Sam Presti, don't care. And B,
Don't make a trade.
you don't call Ballmer because you tell that guy, I hope your entire franchise burns in the deepest depths because it's your fault. We're gonna
But
get a top pick because of you.
that trade was done 7 years ago,
Genius.
right? Ballmer didn't know it was going to be this.
No, he thought they were gonna win. He thought they were gonna do really well.
Like when the Thunder, I mean, with the draft picks, trading and getting Shea, you know, all that when all that fell into place, it was like, okay, we got some nice pieces. 2 years of not even really 2 full years of tanking, I would say. That's like one real tank year, one not good year, and then to turn it around and it's just like, and the rest of the league is just they're just pissed.
Steve, I need you to become a Clippers fan. Watching what's happening, how do you feel, sir? Like,
Man, as a Clippers fan, you have to be like just dumbfounded by how the whole because you're like, oh, we got Paul George, and then the trades that they've made recently too to get Kawhi, to get other players and everything. You're thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna be good, we're gonna be set. But now that they've gotten rid of Chris Paul out of nowhere, you know, apparently because he was mad because players weren't hustling, and weren't playing all out, kind of up to his standard and everything. And
oh,
it's
and Van
amazing
gave
how
him a new one. Like the whole
yeah.
story is just
I
like
mean,
odd.
yeah. I mean that along with the stuff with the Kawhi, all the Kawhi stuff and everything like that. You're just kind of like looking at this and you're like, this this thing is in shambles, and then you're not even going to get to keep your pick, your first round pick that is probably going to be a lottery pick this year. And the rest of the league is looking at them and like, oh, it's going to the Thunder.
You have no assets to trade. You can't. There's like you are so tied to everything that
Yeah,
if you're a bomber, do you not fire everyone? Like,
I mean, is he is he part of the blame? I don't know.
no,
I guess
probably he came in
I don't
very
know
like I want to be
how
hands off.
hands on. Yeah, how hands on is he? That's the thing I don't know. I guess if he's lifted up, if he's lifted up for all the GM and the basketball guys to make all the decisions, then yeah, he should fire everybody.
It
But
makes it makes you love it makes you love Clay Bennett and that entire organization so much of
yeah,
how they are so intelligent going, Presty, we believe in you. Like,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
So, I mean,
So yeah,
we,
it's been
we
fun,
could
and
deep,
and so
sorry.
go ahead.
I was saying we could deep dive and Chet's been ridiculous. Shea has been
Just
beyond his
out of this
MVP years.
world. Yeah.
Yes.
What was
I
he?
mean, he's shooting. Listen to Andrew
Yeah.
and the
What was his
guys.
stats? Yeah. What were his stats for? He was um the game before last.
Well, he's
I
shooting
got a full.
From jumpers, he's shooting 55%. Last year, he was 48%. Like,
Yeah,
that that's a jump.
that's crazy,
And it's
crazy.
and it's become a deal to where when you sit there and he has a pull up, like, step back jump like, step back 3, and that's a part of his game.
Yeah.
How do you
So
stop
he
him?
was so against the Mavs, he was
Joke.
why doesn't it have it doesn't have the full stats. It doesn't have his attempts on this on Google. Come on, be better, Google.
Google doesn't wanna embarrass the Mavericks fan base.
Right?
That fan base,
'Cause,
I don't know what happened, but I woke up that next morning, just I woke up and chose anger because I went on a Twitter spree and just ripped everyone I could.
yeah, they are in they're in a bad spot for sure. The way everything's gone down with them, but okay, so Shea was 10. He was 10 of 12 for 33 points. 10 of 12 for 30. So he,
How efficient is that? Like,
yeah,
that's un almost unfathomable.
11 of 12 from free throw. So he shot. I mean, yeah, 10 of 12 is just insane. In 29 minutes, he
He
played
he
29 minutes.
Again, he did not play the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
We made the joke in the
yeah,
beginning, but, like, guys,
yeah.
this man has played half of the 4th quarters, and also, here's a fun fact, and it's a scary fact, somehow he leads the league in clutch points. Like, explain that logic to
Just
me.
silly. Just silly.
We were up 22 points on Portland, and they came back and won by 2. Th This team could be setting a record of 24-0. Again,
Yeah.
we will tie Golden State tomorrow night versus the Suns, and then we'll extend it. Like, it is very difficult. We've watched, and y'all can at me, find me on Twitter, go ahead, fine. You've seen this team shoot dog from 3, and we still win. Like,
It's coming back though. 3-point percentage is starting to come back around.
look, when Ooze
Especially with
comes
Isaiah
out
Joe and Ooze.
when Ooze comes out and shoots the way he does, when Carlson has the game that he does back in his hometown, like, what are you supposed to
How
do?
how crazy is that? Yeah. Carlson, you're like, what? Where
I
did you
know.
come from?
And
Uh,
Chet looks like the depoy, plus his offense is finally coming together. And J-Dub, who's only played, is it 3 games?
five 5 games,
5 games?
but yeah, 5 games total, but not very many games or not very
No,
many minutes, and not
no.
full games.
And looking, he hasn't dropped off in terms of the facilitator that we know he can be. He looks
Sorry,
even
no,
better.
you're right, you're right. Sorry, Dub has played 3 games.
3 games.
No,
Okay,
five
fine.
games. Sorry, I don't know
So
what I'm doing.
so by the
I'm
time
messing up.
All-Star game comes around, if everyone's still healthy, Chet, J-Dub, and Shea, and Dagnall will all be there.
Yeah, and even Isaiah Joe hadn't played. You know, a lot of he's missed a lot this season.
Isaiah Joe missed a lot early on.
Hart,
Wiggins
yeah,
missed a lot with the abductor. Dort and
Hartenstein's
Caruso have
played.
been out.
Yep, yep.
I hope still out until next week.
Jordan Crusoe's they've only played 15 games. Kenrich has only played 6. So yeah, and we're 23-1. Like seriously,
It this the
we'll take it.
program is
We'll
a
take
tr
it.
they are the late aughts Alabama, especially for, like, the Alabama line, defensive offense, next man up. We could have a Hall of Famer on the offensive line, and they're just like, "Oh, he got hurt, his knee's out. Let's put a new guy in." And it's just another
Yeah,
Hall of Famer. This team is 15 deep. It's stupid. But I love it, and I'm here for it, and I wanna watch the entire NBA, cry about it. Please keep tweeting me. I will take every bit of, like, hate you have, especially when
yep.
I'm in Dallas. I love it. I wear this shirt with pride. Come on.
Exactly, exactly. Bring it on.
Dude, seriously. Look,
Well, you know, we
at some
could,
point, it'll go away, but I'm gonna, like,
yeah,
bathe
but
in
not
right now.
not today. But I mean, you know, we could go on and on off of you know, the Thunder and how good they are and everything. But we got to move on. So, um,
Speaking of
you know,
bathing in
Premier
tears,
League.
Everton's been pretty good.
You know, it's been a really good week for as an OU fan, as a Thunder fan, as an Everton fan. You know,
What is it like to have just pure winning around you? How do you
well,
feel?
you know, it's really weird, especially because the expectations for Everton have not been there. You know, recently. So, um, you know, the season coming around and currently
Dude, we're
right.
5, 6, and 7 in the league.
I was gonna say, yeah, right behind Chelsea, Man U, Everton. You know, right there within 2 points of each other.
It's awesome.
You know, or 1 point of each other. You know, Chelsea's at 25, Man U's at 25, Everton's at 24.
Yep,
So,
yep.
I mean, it is nice not having to be this far in the season and not really having to worry about relegation because the last 3 years, you know, Everton's been hovering around that
Oh,
like
you're not Wolves.
14,
So,
14 to 17, 18, you know, time period, you know, or like points, you know,
yep.
relegation level and everything. So, um, but yeah, I mean, you know, Everton got the 2 wins. You know, I was kind of thinking we'd get maybe 4 points, but we got 6. Um,
It was a good week
so
for
2 good
sure.
wins. To do what they did to Nottingham was fun. You know,
Which
Dewsbury Hall's looking awesome.
this league, I don't understand.
I,
Nottingham goes and beats Liverpool 3-0, and then
it,
you thump them 3-0. You're like, that's great, but what?
you know, it was wild. It was, you know, it just doesn't, you know, some of it that just doesn't make sense, like you said. And you know, I was kind of out on Saturday, kind of watching the game off and on my, you know, on my phone, and I'm like, where the heck is this coming from? It's some offense, got some offense going on.
Yep.
Um, I think Barry got his first goal of the year, so we actually had a striker that scored.
Just
but
a few matches in.
but I
It's
mean,
fine.
yeah, defensively, they're just looking really good. Like three clean sheets in a row, I think. Um,
It's huge.
they're looking good and great. Once again, you know, great goalie, got a great keeper. It helps you out a lot, keeps you in a lot of games. So what about Man U? What you guys had?
We of course we dropped points versus West Ham. I actually saw a stat. We dropped points versus West Ham and a couple other teams, and it's just like if you don't drop those points, we're top of the league. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
it's 4 more points and we're there. Or I think technically 6, but we're not far off. Every team looks vulnerable. Even Arsenal at the very top doesn't look like a team that can just beat anybody. They're definitely struggling. Uh, we had a moment. I have my national manager, vice president of sales in, so of course, like I watch the game sitting in the cell phone parking lot of DFW until halftime. So I'm just furious. Like, of course, this POS team is just losing like crazy. I'm just livid. And then you text me later on, like, "Hey, man, looks great." And I'm like, "What?" And then see we win
Yeah,
4-1. I'm like,
I know. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like first half just total disaster, and then second half total turnaround.
"Man, I'm here for it. I'm here for the turnarounds. I'll take it all every day." Um, the only thing I'm not gonna say I'm depressed. I just don't understand what's going on, and I would love to be a fly on the wall. Mainu's a great player. He's proven that. I understand he's young, and I guess I'm looking at it more of like the Manu of 24. I think he's 20 right now. Maybe Manu of
Yeah,
25. Like what he could be, and yet he's n-
he's not
he's he's not there.
there.
He, he's not getting the playing time to prove it.
Mm,
And,
yeah,
and listening to Carl Anka really do really well with his questions versus Ruben Emram, and Ruben almost like dismiss Kobe Colby, excuse me. That's where I'm like, I just I don't know what's going on. There's a weird dynamic there. I'm curious to what this team does during AFCON. Do you know how many
yeah,
players you're losing? Like, are you losing to anybody to AFCON?
yeah. I think we got a couple at least because isn't Njai? Oh
Oh,
man, I don't know.
kind of gay. That makes sense. Yeah.
I gotta look.
The guy who slapped the heck out of Roy Keane. Nah,
No,
uh,
no,
not Roy.
that was Ghana.
Yeah, just kind of gay. Yeah, is he not? Is he not going to
I
AFCON?
don't,
Is he not?
I'd have to look. I'm not sure.
Well,
Let's see.
so while you're looking, we're losing Ahmad, Mazraoui, and Imbomo, which will definitely stink. But I'm hoping that means Bruno will be pushed up to a 10 role, and then that allows Mainu to come in next to Casemiro. Um,
Yeah,
we'll
maybe
get
you get
one.
some.
Yeah, we'll get one more match. Like we'll play Bournemouth with everybody, and then they'll all ship off, and we might lose them until the end of January. So it definitely stinks, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
So
just
yeah,
us. So,
yeah. So Gaye and Jai are both pointed for Senegal. So yeah.
okay, okay,
So some. I mean, Njai probably be the biggest. That's probably the biggest loss. He's been our best
yep,
scorer this
yep.
year. So we'll see how deep of a run. I mean, I think Senegal's pretty good, so they may make a decent run.
They'll probably make at
But
least the quarters for sure. But still, I mean, for us, and we can definitely, you know, get Paul's thoughts on how Chelsea's doing come Sunday. But to be
well,
5, 6, and 7 after 16
after
games.
where we were kind of and where we were kind of hanging out too, we especially Man U and Everton, we were hanging around that like 11, 10 to 14 area, kind of bouncing around in there.
Yep, yep. It's been a it's been a good couple weeks for us. Um, I mean, I'll take it. It's been
Looking at yeah,
I was I was gonna say it's been better than the World Cup draw has been fun. Like I'm very
yeah.
excited for South Africa, Mexico because I
Oh,
I have vivid
that'll be
memories.
really.
I have vivid memories of
Gosh,
2010.
I hope
But
South Africa can beat them.
oh, they better. They need to. I'm gonna tell my buddy Carlos gonna be so mad, but I need South Africa to win again. So, um,
Yeah, the speaking of the draw, that may be the silly goose number two of the day.
oh,
Just the
just the
draw.
theatrical crap
Like
again.
we've got one. You tune in and it's like an hour and 30 minutes before they even do any draws. Two, you got the presidents of the countries there and prime ministers.
No one
Prime
cares.
minister of Canada, and it's just like, come on, guys. I don't. You know, I'm the best. I'm the best drawer. I don't know. That's my
Oh, what?
bad Trump
Your your
impersonation.
your your Medal Honor of Peace just bombed an entire.
Just I'm just sitting there and I'm like, why? Like,
What are we
and then
doing? I just
all the acts, like all the singing acts and all that kind of stuff, and you're just like, This is all made to go for a long time in order to get as much advertisement money
We
as they
ended with
can.
YMCA.
Oh, I was already gone.
Well,
But
I
when the
saw the
draw was
tweet
over,
afterwards. I'm like, oh no, what are
when
we
the final
doing?
ball was when Wayne Gretzky read the final ball, I was like, okay, gone. I'm like, turn off.
We didn't have one. This cough. We didn't have one U.S. person who played the freaking sport we're promoting. Pick a ball. Talk about it. We had an Englishman. We had Rio Ferdinand. I should love that.
Yeah.
I'm united. I love him. What are we doing, guys?
So yeah, you've got the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, and the hosts are from England.
I don't get it.
What
And
is going
and
on?
and your
Do
pickers
we not?
are not even the same sport.
You've got pickers basket from basketball, hockey, baseball, right? Well, who was the other? There was Shaq, Wayne Gretzky, Aaron, or was it Aaron Judge? And I can't even remember who was the first.
So
Who's the guy?
what I need
Yeah,
now, what I expect now is when the Los Angeles Clippers explain who they're giving their pick to for the Thunder, I need Otani to pull that number out of his butt and tell us that the Thunder have the second pick of the NBA draft. Please, someone tell me that, and then all of life will be have full circle. I'm fine with that. It's pathetic. Oh, and then Alexi Lawless, that freaking moron, sits there and tweets out that it is a great thing that now every game, regardless of what the temperature is, will have a break.
3 minute break at the yeah.
And what are we
Oh,
going to do
Tom
3 minute
Brady
break? We're not going to break things down. We're not going to talk. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to watch a stupid
commercial.
Budweiser, Gillette, and Frito-Lay commercial because of course I am. I'm sick of it.
There'll probably be a GMC commercial in there too. You know, Tom
You
Brady.
know,
Tom
you know when
Brady.
you're sitting there watching and like there's a punt. OU receives the ball, catches
Then
the
they go to
ball.
commercial.
You go to commercial break for 3 minutes. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They've
Yep.
Americanized the one thing about soccer that shouldn't be
Hey,
Americanized.
you can say anything about America, it's that we're gonna make our money one way or the other.
It's disgusting, and I hate it so much.
Uh,
It's depressing.
it is. Yeah. So they basically had the big four sports represented on the soccer stage. So they had baseball, which was Aaron Judge, basketball, which was Shaq, football, which was Tom Brady, and hockey, which was Wayne Gretzky. So
Tom
those are
Brady.
considered the big four, sports in the U.S. and Canada. And
Tom Brady, I'll give him a pass because he does own a heavy amount of Birmingham City. But and maybe Shaq because of just like I love him on TNT or sorry.
Shaq's just a
Inside the NBA.
yeah, Shaq's just a character.
But like
But even like during the draw, you had like whoever was doing pod one read all of the deals, and the other three are just like standing there, and I'm just sitting there like this has got to be
you could have
the
had one guy
dumbest.
just walk around to all pots. Like you didn't need
Yeah,
four different people.
or
And
had them
then
come out at different times.
just terrible. I'm done. I'm done. Just
Hey, just
it's
so
gonna be a great tournament.
just think about it this way: you only have to pay $600 to get in to see a game. So
Absolutely not. I will I did actually bring it to my national manager. I'm like, hey man, I'll be in Dallas the week of any tournament. I don't know who's gonna go. We're just gonna get somebody to a game. In all honesty, Shabalala's gonna come back. Sifawiwi Shabalala. He's listening to this podcast right now. I need a left to right, just freaking rip over Ochoa. because apparently that man never plays except for the World Cup games.
except the World Cup.
And I need, because it's legally not banned yet, I need vuvuzelas
The
everywhere for that
Vuvuzela's up there.
only
Yes,
for the South Africa game.
definitely.
It's fine. I'm here for it.
We need that so bad
Oh,
for sure.
just bring me back to 2010 when the world was slower and all I heard was vuvuzelas through the air. I'm here for
that, that was the time that I turned the TV volume down.
it. uh,
But
so great though. Uh,
hey, so maybe you should get a cough drop and take some medicine. Gosh,
and it's just a cough. I feel great other than that. The cough is killing me. I'm like, it's only at night. I'll sit there and lay down and go to sleep for 30 minutes coughing and I'll finally pass out. It's fine. I'm not gonna die, guys. Um, we've talked about OU. We'll talk about OU a little bit more. We may have a special guest on Sunday. We're working on it. Um,
we'll see.
we'll see. We don't know. He may be too tired. We'll figure it out. Um, the Thunder, I can't wait to keep talking about how they're just no one's beating them. Uh
Gotta go win the cup.
uh United are gonna win again this weekend. I'm gonna keep just saying it out loud so it does happen. Everton is gonna apparently, as Steven informed Paul and I, Everton's gonna win the 2.5 takes cup and just run through both of us. It's fine. So if y'all don't
Yes,
know,
got
Everton
got
versus
Chelsea
Chelsea.
coming up. Yeah,
There
Everton
it is.
Chelsea coming up Saturday 9 a.m. baby.
Was it 9 a.m.? No
Yep.
more rifle hunting for me. So I'll be able to watch it. I didn't see a dang thing this year.
We got to get out there. It helps whenever you actually do some prep. We need to get out there next year and prep for the hunting season.
I told my grandpa, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll find you some better land that doesn't have to worry about cattle." Like, thanks, because I'm sick of having to worry about this damn cow. Like, it's aggravating.
You walk up and the cows like start walking
I
towards it.
legit. Saturday morning was when we say dense fog that
Oh
could suffocate you,
yes,
essentially. So I'm in the deer stand, can't see 4 feet in front of me, and it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. Like I'm not waiting until 11 or 12. So I get up, start walking, basically run into a cow. I'm walking and didn't see him. And this cattle, like I just like hit its butt. I'm like, oh, this is great. And the cow looks at me like, what are you doing? Like, dude, didn't even know you were here. Sorry. The only thing I saw the 5 days I actually went and hunted was a freaking coyote, and I was too far away to shoot it. So
Mm, well,
I did have elk
you know,
tonight though. So it makes me want to go like we
nice.
should spend some money and go buy some elk or kill an elk. Like the one on your shoot or shirt. Even though it's a moose. It's a
That's a
very
moose. Yep, that's a moose.
you
That's a
know what? At this
snowflake.
point, it's a bigger than a deer. I'd shoot a moose. It's that's all I want.
Yeah, you get some good meat. You get a lot of meat if you shoot a moose.
A lot
That's
of
for
meat.
sure.
We'll just bring Kevin Jones. He can carry it.
You can
I'm
pack
not
it out. Yeah,
I'm not carrying it.
yeah. I don't think you can ever carry that. I think you drag that. I think that's a
No,
drag.
you drag that. You like Huff and Puff almost died dragging that. I don't care who
Yep,
you are.
yep, for
Oh,
sure.
all right.
So
Anything else we want to finish on? Anything you good with?
no, I think we're good. Looking forward to next weekend. Getting ready for the playoff game. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be rocking. If you don't
I'm
have
excited
tickets,
for you.
try and find them. Maybe you can find some. Maybe you can find some cheap ones, Sean.
Yeah, at gunpoint. I will happily sit on my couch, just cheering like crazy, watching an OU win. That- We'll deep dive into it
I'm
more.
hoping.
I'm excited.
I was really kind of hoping we'd get like Miami and there'd be like snow on the ground or something like that. All those Miami players would have to
Oh,
deal with some snow on the field.
like I guess that was my one thing because I even saw a mock. I was like, here's the 16 teams that if you would have played it, and it still put as these SEC versus SEC, and I can't remember what it was. Don't like, but one was another conference, and I'm like, just if it's 16-15, just switch it.
Yeah,
Just
right. Just
don't
make
give
it
us
where you don't
duplicate
have.
games.
Yeah, yeah. But
I don't know. It could be
I
anybody.
think,
Alabama, Georgia,
I,
whoever we played, Missouri. I just don't want to play the same team twice.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
in this
But
situation.
looking at it, I feel good. We can beat Bama. We've already beat them once. We can beat them again.
They have
Their
no run
offense doesn't
game,
scare me.
so
Yeah,
just
their offense doesn't scare me. So yeah, we can have a good time. So
we'll talk more. But Mateer, hold on to the ball, and our defensive
get some.
secondary. Just you're there. I have no doubt our defense will do fine. It's just we got to
Yeah,
have Mateer, not
yeah. We got to
he'll.
have the material not make bad mistakes, and we got to have a running game. So hopefully they can figure that running game out, get some healthy offensive linemen, and go. You know,
Yep, that'll be
make a
good.
move.
That's where we'll
So
talk. Like I said, we'll talk more. We need to do some research. Do we get any of our main linemen back? Does the line
yeah, that'll be
empty?
good to see. That'll be good to see. I feel like we got to get somebody back, but you know, who knows exactly.
I need to look. I need to look and see. They've been not they've never been out immediately. All four of the guys, but um, having this much time off, which almost seems kind of poor judgment by the NCAA anyway. I'm sorry. Um, for us, it's a good thing. Getting this much more time will be good.
Yeah,
Well, I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I don't know if I'm excited for the game as much as I am excited for you guys watching the game there. So it'll be fun.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Before that, you guys will see the three of us, maybe a fourth, at least three of us will be here. Talk about the Thunder being just historic. Prepare
Still, yeah,
you, and then we'll deep dive into some more EPL games. United doesn't play till Monday, so we'll just, of course, just wait.
again,
Again, there's like 4
yeah.
games in a row we don't play over the weekend.
That's
It's
wild. That's wild.
it's
And
one
Chelsea, they're playing like they're they're playing multiple times, and then they've got weekday games too because they're still in the.
they just and I guess we'll probably get some feedback from Paul afterwards. But they just lost to Atlanta 2-1.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
So
that was.
Did that eliminate them?
I don't think limited. They've done pretty well in the Champions League, so I need to go back and look a little bit. But I'm pretty sure they're in the spot where they'll still make the next round. But it's still like, really, you
Hmm,
lost with that? So I got to look back and watch some details of the game, but still pretty stunning, so for sure.
interesting.
So,
Yeah. Hmm, wild.
all right, you
So
got.
yeah.
I'm gonna die tonight. So
Hey.
y'all, anything else?
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Since Shaun can't talk anymore, I'll send us out. But join us next week. Thanks for joining us on 2.5 Takes, and have a good week.